You are standing in front of a supermarket shelf. Two dark brown powder bags sit side by side. Minimalist packaging. Images of cacao pods. Words like pure, natural, rich in antioxidants. Yet one bag costs 3 times more than the other. The only visible difference: a single letter, cacao. Cocoa, just a rearrangement of A and O. But in the world of food marketing, that rearrangement can represent an entire branding strategy. Are you paying for genuine nutritional value or for a carefully crafted story printed on the packaging? To answer that question, we must peel back each layer of the bean, not only its biological shell, but its linguistic one. From a botanical perspective, both cacao and cocoa come from the same tree, Theobroma cacao, a name given by the Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus, meaning food of the gods. Biologically, there are not 2 different species. There is only one bean. The difference begins with processing. After harvest, cacao pods are opened and the beans are removed from their white pulp. They are then fermented naturally for several days. During fermentation, microbial activity generates internal heat that can reach 45 to 50 degrees Celsius. Sugars in the pulp are converted into ethanol and then into acetic acid. Heat and acid penetrate the beans, activating internal enzymes and creating flavor precursors. At this stage, the beans are still referred to as cacao, but after roasting at higher temperatures, typically above 120 degrees Celsius, and grinding into powder, many manufacturers begin using the term cocoa. This is not a universal legal standard, but rather a market convention. In many countries, the 2 words may legally be used interchangeably on labels. It is precisely this ambiguity that creates room for marketing. Cacao is often associated with rawness, purity, minimal processing. Cocoa evokes hot chocolate, baked goods, and childhood comfort. One signals wellness, the other signals comfort, and consumers are left to sort out the difference. If you have ever tried mixing raw cacao powder into cold milk, you may notice it does not dissolve smoothly. Fine particles float, clump, and resist blending. Industrial cocoa behaves differently. It dissolves more easily, appears darker, and feels smoother. The reason lies in alkalization, also known as the Dutch process. In this method, cacao mass is treated with a mild alkaline solution, typically potassium carbonate. Neutralization raises the pH from around 5.6 to near neutral or slightly alkaline levels. This shift affects protein and polyphenol structures within the bean, reducing acidity and bitterness. From a physical perspective, alkalization also alters the powder's dispersibility in liquid. When pH changes, the surface charge of protein particles changes as well. This influences electrostatic repulsion between particles, allowing them to disperse evenly rather than clump together. The result is a powder that dissolves easily, convenient, stable, consistent, ideal for industrial standards. But that smoothness is not free. The alkalization process can reduce flavonoid content, antioxidant compounds that are sensitive to both pH and heat. So, what do you prefer? A product that blends effortlessly and tastes mild, or one whose molecular structure has been less altered? The answer does not lie in a laboratory. It lies in your priorities. On many premium cacao packages, you will see claims such as rich in antioxidants, natural energy boost, or supports heart health. Some of these claims have scientific grounding. Cacao contains flavonols, a subtype of flavonoids known to improve endothelial function by stimulating nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide helps blood vessels relax, improving circulation. Cacao also contains theobromine, an alkaloid structurally similar to caffeine, but milder in effect, promoting alertness without the pronounced jitteriness. However, not every product labeled cacao retains high levels of these compounds. As mentioned earlier, natural fermentation alone can exceed 45 degrees Celsius. If followed by drying and light roasting, flavonoid levels may still decline significantly. Furthermore, many commercial cacao products are blended with sugar or additives, even if in modest amounts. The term superfood is not a formal scientific classification. It is a marketing label. A food can be nutrient-rich, but that does not make it medicine. What matters is not the large word cacao printed on the front. It is the ingredient list on the back. How much pure cacao does it contain? Is sugar added? Are there flavor enhancers? In the world of labeling, the small print matters more than the bold font. Imagine two different evenings. One early morning, you prepare a cup of pure cacao, dark, dense, slightly bitter. You drink it for alertness, to taste its raw edge, to feel connected to a biological chain stretching from tropical forests to your cup. On a winter evening, you prepare cocoa with hot milk and sugar. Sweet aroma fills the room. You are not thinking about flavonoids or pH levels. You are thinking about warmth. Cacao and cocoa represent two philosophies of consumption. One leans toward nutrition and authenticity, the other toward emotion and comfort. Both exist because humans are not purely biological organisms. We are emotional, cultural, and social beings. We need antioxidants, but we also need childhood memories. The real question is not which one is absolutely better. It is whether you understand what you are choosing.